Hey everybody, this is Beth from Totes Recall, and the show will get started in just a few moments, but I just wanted to put this one into context a bit. We recorded this live at Trylon Cinema in Minneapolis, Minnesota on December 8th, 2022, and it was so fun to have everybody come to the theater to watch a movie with us, and we just wanted to thank everyone for joining us. Unfortunately, Molly woke up the morning of the live show and was really sick and was not able to join us that evening. But we still wanted her to be able to participate, so once she was feeling better, she recorded her first half ratings, watched the movie at home, and then recorded her second half ratings. So those are also part of this episode. So this episode is a little different than a typical episode would be, but it's still very fun, and we hope you enjoy. Now here's the show. Totes Recall.
Welcome to Totes Recall, the podcast where we talk about a movie we barely remember. We eat 2 pizzas and 2 salads, but not today because we are live, baby. Woo! Thank you, yes. And then we come back after eating not pizza, and we talk about the movie again. My name is Dan.
I'm also Dan.
And I'm Beth.
And wow, what happened? For the people listening as a real episode, Molly is not here. She is sick. Boo-hoo.
Boo-hoo. Yeah. Curse those tiny monsters that infect our cells.
Krampus got her because this is our very special live holiday show, and we are watching Jingle All the Way.
Wow. Local references abound.
They do, from what I can tell. But we have not really... I have never seen this movie.
I saw part of it on TV, but I am very familiar with it because I remember it being filmed when I was a kid.
So you remember the creation of the movie, not the movie itself.
Yeah, I know more about that than I do the movie itself. Yes.
I've only seen it in Spanish, so...
We've got a good spread of low information about this movie. And so we are going to do a segment that is about to win some awards.
Yeah.
It has not yet won any.
Yes, and it's also looking for a sponsor.
We're seeking sponsorship as long as they are pro-union.
Yes.
We were flirting with REI for a while.
Yeah.
And then they got up to some shenanigans. Yeah.
Oh, were they? Did they? Google it.
This is canon. So it's Totes Recall, in which 60 seconds we try to guess what the movie's about, and we're going to do it round robin style since we all have low information about this movie.
Good God.
We got a timer right there.
We can just use that. Okay.
So let's go in 3 seconds. Ready? And go. I'm going to start. There's the things I know about this movie only from the GIFs that I searched when I was posting on Discord.
Okay.
1, Schwarzenegger is Turbo Man at some point, which is the toy that everybody's looking for. There is a jacked Santa who tries to fight someone, maybe Schwarzenegger.
Great.
Oh my gosh.
Sinbad is in the movie, maybe he's a letter carrier. The end.
Phil Hartman is in the movie. He is horny.
Oh.
Okay.
He is horny for at least Schwarzenegger's wife, maybe just generally horny.
Oh my gosh.
That is all I remember about this movie.
Okay, so I think the plot of the movie is that there is a very popular toy that is based off of a superhero, and Schwarzenegger and Sinbad are both dads. They're trying to get the last one, and so they're like fighting over it. Like there's not any in the stores,
and they're at the mall.
And then there's a parade, and I think that's why he's dressed up.
Oh, and Christmas is saved.
Oh, yay! Wow, big one.
Yeah,
he did it.
Okay, great. So now we know.
We know the most important parts of the story.
And we okay. Let's take some bold predictions about how this movie's going to go. I already made some pretty good ones.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. Sinbad is in it. That was your bold bet.
And a jacked Santa? Was that the other thing?
Yeah, jacked Santa, Sinbad, Schwarzenegger is Turbo Man at some point.
Great.
Based off of like how it was filmed, I know it was at Mall of America.
It's filmed at Mall of America. Does it also take place at Mall of America?
There must be scenes that happen there. I don't know if it's all there, but they are trying to get this toy. So my guess is a lot of it is like in the
But
mall.
I think what Dan is asking is, in the world of Jingle All the Way, is this taking place in the Twin Cities area?
I have no idea.
Or are they going to do some bullshit like, oh, it's suburban Connecticut or whatever. There's a giant Austrian man living here.
Don't explain it at all.
Yeah.
He's been here forever.
Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna say it takes place in Minnesota.
Okay.
There's definitely, so I think there's a parade scene, and I'm wondering if it's the Holidazzle parade.
What's that?
It's
Jesus.
wow.
Local reference.
Sorry,
How long have you lived here?
Oh, coming up on 10 years? 10 years.
Do they do the parade anymore, though?
I don't know.
I don't think they do.
I don't know what
I think
it
it's
is.
like a thing okay, so it used to be a parade where it would happen around Christmas time, and it would be like all of these floats would light up. So they'd be like made of Christmas
Dazzling.
lights.
They'd be dazzling.
But then I think
Okay.
somebody got killed because they
What?
got hit by one of the
Because
floats.
they released like gas?
What kind of light bulbs were on the float?
No, I think somebody was driving and like somebody was in the path, or maybe they got really hurt and then they stopped doing it. Is that true? Does anybody know? Oh, okay.
Okay.
A lot of shrugs.
I don't know. We'll look it up later. So
Yeah, this might be something you made up.
Is it like downtown? Where does it
Yeah.
happen?
yeah.
On the Nicollet Mall.
Yep.
Okay. Oh.
You know that one?
I've heard of that.
Local reference?
I've been there.
Yeah.
I've been to the Macy's there.
Quick top of the show, almost top of the show. Apologies to everyone listening to this recording who has 0 reference points for all the Minnesota shit we're going to talk about.
People love local
They
references.
love it. They love it in podcasts when comedians in LA
They're
mention
like,
some
"Oh, I drive
restaurant.
down Sebulbada. Went to-
LaGuardia.
Hey, the Grove.
Right.
I saw Hollywood Star.
Yep. Local reference.
They got those in Hollywood.
Wow. So, okay. So you think is
I would. So
your bold bet that someone was killed at the Holidazzle parade?
I mean, it's a pretty bold bet.
is.
Did it
very
happen
bold.
during the filming of this?
No, definitely not during the filming
Okay.
of this. But okay. So I do have a personal story though.
Wow.
Because it's like personal as in I like know people. My brother and my dad went to the Mall of America while this was being filmed. And
Intentionally because they knew it was being
I
filmed?
don't know. They might have been shopping, Christmas shopping.
Oh, weird.
I've heard of it.
But they saw Arnold Schwarzenegger.
What was he doing?
Filming this movie.
No, but he wasn't like, oh, he was getting some froyo. Or
I don't.
He was,
I don't know. All I know is okay. So my brother was very little.
Uh-huh.
He was probably like 5. So what year did this come out?
Oh,
that's a great bet to make.
Oh, he might have been
a
even
bet that we
younger
make
than that.
every episode.
94?
Wait, is your brother younger or older than
He's
you?
younger.
Oh,
He was born in
God,
92.
okay. Ugh.
So could he?
he's
He
probably
might have
not
been.
2.
Maybe he's like 4.
Well, I said it.
So 96.
I'm going to say 97.
Oh.
Just to spread it out a little.
Wow.
And since Molly's not here, I will take the traditional stance of actually betting an entire decade so that I'm right no
Wow.
matter what.
I do not accept.
All right. Well,
90s.
yeah,
90s.
just the 90s.
God, I feel bad about my bet. 94 is too early, but I'm sticking with it.
Thank you for keeping the integrity of this segment.
Yeah, because this feels like Schwarzenegger's now. Oh, he's older, right? He's not just Commando anymore, and he's got to be a family man.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely the era where it's like he's still jacked and he still sometimes just like shoots a bunch of guns at someone, but also in the same year, he is like a loving father who's just trying to make it in this crazy world. Sometimes in the same movie.
Yeah. I think he's probably going to get kicked in the groin.
By the Jack Santa or by just some kid?
Something. And then he's going to go like, ooh, and big laugh.
Okay. So this will actually be something we determine during the watching of the movie. It's not
Yeah.
something we'll have to discuss afterwards.
Yeah, the big laugh's going to come from me.
Okay. Okay, fair enough.
Because he's good. He's good at that, pretending it really hurt.
Is he? Is that
Yeah.
something you think about?
I feel like he's good at that.
Okay. You want
Like
to cite your sources or anything?
I heard it today.
Damn it. My bold bet is that Arnold Schwarzenegger is going to he's going to say something that is supposed to be funny, but is just going to make us really uncomfortable.
Okay, so you don't think it's going to hold up? However, 30 years later.
Not at all.
Wow.
Do we think this is a divorced parent situation?
Oh, gosh.
Yes, I do.
Like he's got to win over the child?
I
Because...
think, yeah, he's got to get the toy.
Oh, and that's why he's so threatened by horny Phil Hartman.
Probably.
Right?
Oh, is that
Because
like
his wife's
her
on the
new man?
market.
Is she like the boyfriend, or is he a boyfriend for the
I
ex-wife?
think he just lives near them.
And he's just around, like creeping.
He's just, I don't know. You know how sometimes you talk to your neighbor like, this guy's horny. Right? We've all been there.
No, that doesn't happen to me.
We've all had like just an innocent exchange with our neighbor, but then after it's been like, that guy seems really horny.
I mean, I guess if I was Wilson looking at Tim the Toolman Taylor, then I would think that.
Which
Wait,
one is horny
what?
in that situation?
Tim
Is horny
for
tools.
in the
Tools?
world
Yeah.
where
Oh, he's
I'm,
definitely horny for tools.
Okay.
He makes that grunt noise.
but he's always coming to me if I'm Wilson in this situation.
Okay.
And being like, I don't understand my wife. I said this because I thought I was right, but actually I'm an idiot. And then I say something smart. And that's how it goes every
But
time.
like, at what
But I
point in
never
that
show my
exchange does Tim make it clear that he's horny?
It's been clear the whole time.
Just like the vibe he's giving off?
It's like jazz. It's what he didn't say.
This is, by the way, this is about the movie Jingle All the Way,
Jingle All the
starring
Way.
Arnold Schwarzenegger
Arnold
and
Schwarzenegger.
Sinbad and
Okay, Phil Hartman.
a woman. Any
yeah.
ideas?
Nope.
Great.
I have no idea. Beth's bold bet. Yeah. She has like hair that goes like this. It like swoops in like that.
Is that a Rachel?
It's not a Rachel. It's like a mom cut from the 90s.
Mom 90s.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
trying to think of like an example of someone who had that cut, but it's the only example I can think of is the mom from this movie.
Oh.
Okay.
Perfect.
So.
Well, I was going to guess it's Mary Steenburgen, but she would never have that haircut.
Oh, maybe it is.
No, she couldn't pull that off.
Wow, how dare
Wow.
you?
I'm just saying.
I'm insulted on her behalf.
She's known for like her luscious locks. Come on. She's not going to get a mom from the 90s cut.
I'm going to best Taya Leone. That's someone,
Okay,
right?
that is a bold bet. I love that.
I don't know. She feels like somehow the wrong age.
90s appropriate, though.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
And Beth, you're just going hair like this.
Yeah, just
I'm gonna draw a little
lady
picture.
with hair.
Yeah, draw that so we know.
Do we think it's going to pass the Bechdel-Wallace test where two named women characters talk to each other about something that is not a man?
For the listener, we're getting some aggressive head shakes from the audience.
Can we
no.
can we actually open that one up to the audience by round of applause?
absolutely.
Who think it's going to pass the Bechdel-Wallace test?
Say two
It looks
men.
like two
men.
Wow.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, why not?
that happens all the time. As far as I know.
Two chicks talking to each other, whatever.
All right. And who think it's going to fail? Yeah.
Wow.
Almost everybody.
Just to spice it up, who thinks it will get like frustratingly close and still fail? Okay, I like this.
Three or
Yeah.
four. I think
Yeah.
most people are pretty cynical about it.
They think it's just going to be 90s haircut and that's it?
Yeah. So there's ex-wife.
Or real wife. I don't know if they're divorced. Phil Hartman might just be horny and have no shot.
Okay, what are the indications that he's horny for this woman? Like he just is always hitting on her, or he's like telling him
I
like I really
remember
like
that
her.
there is a scene in this movie where he is talking to Arnold Schwarzenegger. And again, I saw this in Spanish, so I may have lost something in translation. But
We never addressed that. Did you watch it in class or something?
no, I used to work in a place where I would caption television, and because I grew up learning Spanish, no big deal.
Wow.
At one point, our Spanish caption department had too much work, and they were like, "Oh, Dan knows Spanish enough to just watch the captions on Jingle All the Way and make sure they're right."
Were they?
I don't remember. Literally all I remember is he's on the phone with Phil Hartman, and in Spanish he says something about cookies that is interpreted as boning his wife.
Okay.
And Arnold Schwarzenegger is like, "Stay away from my wife's cookies."
Oh. So there's like holiday innuendo.
Yeah.
Okay. I bet there's going to be a lot of like holiday themed like kill lines. Do you know what I mean? He's
No.
not going to
That's
kill
great.
anyone. I don't think that's spelled that
mean,
no one dies in
it's a
this
Schwarzenegger movie. You never
When he
know.
like pushes Sinbad over and is like, I got a present for you. Wait,
That's your Schwarzenegger?
Yeah. It's me, Arnold. Hey, I'll wrap your butt.
Wrap your butt?
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
That's something he would say.
Sure, put a bow on it.
Now you're the one who's under the tree.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I don't know.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's, I don't know.
Also, spot on. All three of us.
I
That's the
think we
best
all nailed
impression
it.
you've ever heard, right?
Here's my baby and here's my manger.
What?
It gets caught in the nativity.
Oh, that's what he calls his fist?
I'm holding it in my fist. Yeah. That's probably in there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
That would be good. I hope they do that. He's good at that.
Yeah, he's good at one-liners for
Yeah.
sure.
It probably won't.
There's got to be at least one. It's got to be like in his contract for any movie he does, right?
Sure.
Like, I get one.
Give me one line.
Do you think he writes all of them?
His own one-liners?
Yeah,
I
they're
hope
like,
so.
insert one-liner here. It's up to you.
I
I
love
hope he's
the
got a
idea.
little book at home when he's hanging out with his donkeys.
I'm sorry, what?
Did you not see that video?
Oh, I did.
The top of the pandemic, Arnold Schwarzenegger broadcasts from his compound.
Yes.
Telling everybody to stay inside.
Yes.
And stay away from each other.
And he enhanced that experience by just having a donkey in his living
He's
room.
got like two donkeys
Yeah.
or one or two donkeys, and he puts it in a headlock at the end and like gives it a noogie.
It's wild.
What?
Yeah.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Do you think he met them like in the nativity scene
That's
of
right.
this movie?
Yeah.
Oh, you think he met them on this movie?
Yeah.
I hope so.
It's an old donkey.
Maybe that's what it is, though. Maybe they're like, maybe they wouldn't give him his one line. It's like, okay, I get to keep the
The donkey then.
I'm picturing him like at home, like laboring over a notebook and being like,
Yeah.
no, stupid, like trying to get the right kill lines
Yeah.
so he can bring them to the directors.
Yeah. And he
Be like,
comes
I
up
think
with-
I really nailed it this time.
Excuse me, I have a couple ideas. I just have in my little book.
Oh, Beth, you want to try again?
No.
Crushed it. We're crushing it.
Yeah.
Did we have something from Molly?
Yeah, Molly actually called in on our hotline, our phone line.
What's that number again? 642-8089.
The last four letters don't matter, but you do.
Two T's and putt.
That is our
The actual number is on our website. Check it out, totesrecall.com. You can call it and leave a voicemail.
Yeah, like this.
Like this.
Hello, it's your co-host, Molly. I am calling in my bet. Okay, first of all, I think this is a movie about, like, a giant toy that comes to life and gets in a fight with a mall cop based on pictures. And so to that end, my big bet is going to be that Arnold Schwarzenegger, he's in this, right? That he, like, at some point, like, comes through a ceiling and, like, the glass shatters. And when he lands, he has, like, a really good one-liner. Like, I hate to break it to you. Yeah, like that. Okay, have the best time, y'all. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Oh,
Okay.
my cockles.
She called 2 more times after that.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so this is the next call.
Okay, or he could say, like, that's a tough break. Or,
These are pretty good.
my heart breaks for you. Or, you deserve a 15-minute break for every 4 hours work.
She's very sick.
Yeah. And then one
Those
more
are
time.
all great one-liners.
Yeah.
Hey, so I was thinking about it, and my Arnold Schwarzenegger impression isn't very good. So I was just
disagree.
calling back to ask Beth if you could just make me sound really cool in post. I would appreciate it. Okay, bye.
Thank you, Molly.
Thank you, Molly Chase. Yeah, clap for Molly. We wish her well.
She's with us in spirit.
yeah, she's
Yeah.
just at home doing Arnold impressions for her husband.
Yeah, she basically like lived the fever dream I just had of Arnold Schwarzenegger like sitting down writing one-liners. Like, because that's
true.
clearly why she called back. She's like, oh, I came up with more. And they're all great.
Yeah.
Did you catch the context for those? She's saying that he
Glass
breaks
ceiling.
through a glass ceiling and then says, one of those. You seem confused. I
No,
just wanted to make sure
I
you were.
couldn't hear very well.
Oh.
My ears are getting old.
Yeah, mine too.
Tell me about it.
Ugh.
Get your ears checked, right?
Hey, yeah.
Public service announcement. Go to the doctor every once in a while. You know?
Yeah.
Treat yourself.
If you can afford it, healthcare these days.
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
boy.
Anyway,
Do we think Arnold goes to the doctor?
Oh, after he gets kicked in the groin, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think there's a doctor scene.
Why?
Really?
Yeah.
At the mall?
Well, he's getting
Mall
older,
doctor?
right?
Mall doctor.
He's not at the mall the whole time.
No.
Sometimes he's at home. Sometimes he's at the doctor's office.
You think he goes to job?
Oh, what do we think his job is?
He's in business.
Yeah, he's business for sure.
How does he? Why is he wearing the suit?
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
He's like dressed up like the doll.
Is that a dream, though?
Maybe.
You think he's dreaming that?
He gets kicked in the nuts so hard that
Or
he
is he
passes
trying
out.
to, like, yeah, kick to the groin, passes out, becomes Turbo Man?
Yeah.
Who wins?
What?
Like,
who?
if there's
Christ.
Oh,
It's the reason for the
that's
season.
the reason for
Come
the
on.
season. I forgot about his victory over death.
Yeah. Keep going.
But then why is he not here?
Dig that hole.
You know, like where'd he go? It's pretty sus.
Shots fired. Centuries of writing.
No, between Sinbad and Arnold.
Talk about Sinbad.
Like, who gets the toy?
I don't know.
Or does no one get it? Is it a Solomon?
Oh, maybe they
cut a toy
maybe
in
they
half?
break it in half, and then it's like, oh, the
everyone's
reason
sad.
is love.
Come
That
over,
became a little more like Werner Herzog from Schwarzenegger.
come over to my house in bed.
We'll have
We'll
Christmas
have a
ham.
donkey dinner.
Let's talk about Sinbad.
That's
We haven't.
dinner with the donkeys.
I got
They're not
it.
eating donkeys.
Okay,
Oh,
thank God.
good. Phew.
We haven't talked about Sinbad at all, other than a guess that he is a letter carrier.
Yeah.
Do we think he is divorced dad energy?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Maybe they both are.
Oh.
And then
Do
at
they
the
meet
end,
at,
they
like,
do become
singles?
friends because they're like just two single dads hanging out.
Oh, you think they like go out on the town at the end?
They form
Yeah.
like a dad's group
With the
For-
Santa Clauses.
with the Jack Santa,
Yeah.
who's also divorced.
Yeah.
I mean, the Jack Santa's definitely divorced.
Yeah, come on.
Like, come on. You're a Santa and you're working on your body that much?
Yeah.
You got to have a lot of time on your hands
That's
and
true.
some shit to work out.
That's true. Yeah, he's got no shirt on, too, in this GIF.
Sinbad?
No, the Jack Santa.
Oh.
What? So where is that? That's also at the mall?
Probably, but there's a lot of Santas. I didn't put that in there. There's a bunch of Santas, and one is jacked and fighting
They're not
someone.
all jacked?
I mean, only one's got his shirt off. I don't know what the other ones are working with.
Okay. Is this like a underground fight club for the mall Santas?
Could be. Maybe
Okay.
there's
Oh, I heard there's one Turbo Man in the basement.
but then all the Santas are down there just wrestling.
Oh.
I mean, I love that. I hope that's what happened.
He just
Yeah.
stumbles upon a fight club.
Yeah.
Santa Fight Club, and then they.
Kick him in the nuts.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's when it happens.
Okay.
That would make the
That
most
makes
sense,
sense.
right?
Yeah, that adds up.
I think there's going to be a scene where, we established Sinbad as like Arnold's nemesis, right? He's like, oh, it's this other guy who wants the toy. But then we're going to get a scene mid-movie where it's like, here's some tenderness and humanity of Sinbad as he talks to his own child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
And
got
his child is like, oh, Sinbad, I sure would like that Turbo Man doll. Because that's how I'd remember you when I go live with Mom for the next 2 weeks because it's a school holiday and it's not worth me traveling to your house for the weekend. At least that's what Mom says. Where is Molly? She'd be loving this.
I think she's probably getting healthier just while we're talking about
Yeah.
divorced
Yeah.
parents.
Wow.
Molly loves divorce for
Yeah.
anybody who doesn't have that reference.
Yeah. Check the archives.
Yeah. We think they both got boy childs.
Ooh, great question.
Oh,
I mean, it is the 90s.
It's the 90s, and they're getting
Yeah.
action figures. I don't think this movie's
that feels
That
right to
includes
me.
Not progressive enough to be like, oh, a
No.
girl could want a jacked rocket dude.
Yeah, everybody wants Jack Rocket, dude.
Yeah. Hey, anybody can have a jacked rocket dude. Can we all
Yeah.
agree on that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
right.
Thank you. Thank
Jack
you.
Rocket dudes for
I think
all.
we're really changing the world tonight.
Send this to Joe Biden.
Yeah. Sign that.
Sign this
Papa
into law,
Joe.
Papa.
What is happening?
We're coming for you, but not in a way that should get us flagged for anything.
Oh, yeah.
We're coming to
FBI,
change
please
your
ignore
mind.
this.
Ignore this recording.
Beth, get us out of this hole.
How should we rate this movie? Our traditional rater is not here, a rating scale decider. Let's open it up. Anybody got a great rating scale they want to throw out for how we should rate this movie? 1 to 10 liners.
Oh, that's good.
Great.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
That's
me
it.
a
That's a
minute.
winner.
Took me a second.
Yeah. So
And we give 1 through 5 of 1 to 10 liners.
Yeah. These are the questions.
I love it.
Yeah. So this is this is how good the one-liner is. Like we're rating a rating scale is how I imagine it.
Okay. Speak more on this.
Okay, so a one-liner happens. A 1 to 10. Correct me if I'm wrong on this, but a one-liner happens. It's a 1 to 10 liner, and you give it a 1 to 10 on the one-liner, and then we are then proceeding to rate this rating of a one-liner, giving it 1 through 5, 1 to 10 liners.
So there's still only one line.
Yeah, there's one line, and it's rated on a 10-point scale.
So
We're deciding how well that rating was rated.
This is the ranking system that Schwarzenegger uses to know which one-liners to bring to the director the next day.
Yeah, he rates on a 10-point scale.
Marks them 1 through 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
He does 10 a night. He fills a page with 10 each
and then
night.
he ranks them.
And then
Okay,
ranks
this is
them.
like a
And he'll
nighttime
bring 1
routine.
through 5 to the director if he thinks they're good enough.
He's bringing 1 through 5?
I don't know.
Oh, you're saying that we're deciding how many he's bringing?
Yeah. Like
Okay,
how good of
sure.
a night he had, how prolific he was that
I was
night.
saying
got it.
how much
Okay.
we agree with the rating scale.
Yeah, but that broke my brain.
It gets
Like, I need to go back to the part that I enjoy, which is a hallucination of Arnold Schwarzenegger writing out dumb lines in his
That's
house
fair, yeah.
with a donkey trying to eat his notebook, probably.
yeah. So we're
And
deciding
he
how
keeps
many
asking
are
the
worthy of
donkey,
bringing.
like, do you think this,
Is this
one's
one
good?
good? And the donkey just,
Yeah.
what does the donkey do? Do
He just keeps
Doggy do?
eating it. He brays.
They
Bray,
bray.
thank
you. It's the reason for the season. Let us
Is
all
it?
bray.
Oh my God. I am quitting the podcast.
Are you writing that down?
That Dan's quitting?
No.
I write it down
I thought
in
you
my
were writing
journal
down your
every night.
one-liner.
I mean, we record it every time I say it. I think it is a
Please,
record.
I put it on my vision board.
Wow.
Wow, Dan, you go first, as we
Ooh.
all know.
That's right. I'm the best and most favorite Dan of the podcast, as everyone knows.
Wow.
Okay, hold on. I'm just making sure. It's still 1 through 5.
Yeah, you're
okay.
giving it 1 through 5 to
Oh,
1 to 10
Jesus.
liners.
I think, okay, here's what I think. I think this movie is going to be real fun to watch in this specific situation. But I think as a movie, it's going to be a big turd. So I am going to say 2
Wow.
1 to 10 liners. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you
Do
for
you
that
wanna
validation.
do you want to rattle off those
one-liners?
Those 2 one-liners.
I mean, I think we should save that for the end.
Oh, sure. That's fair. That's
For whichever numbers we actually end up with.
Oh.
Because if
God,
one
I
of us
hope it's
ranks
not
at
a
5, we got a lot of work to do.
yeah, it's a lot of pressure to like this movie.
I mean, Molly already did like 5 like that. So
That's we
true.
don't know how quick that happened. There could have been like
true.
2 hours between the first and
she
second.
like called her
recording.
husband like,
Yeah.
listen, I got to come up with a couple more
she's
break-themed
like-
one-liners.
Out on DuckDuckGo searching for one-liners. She doesn't want her privacy taken.
Yeah, or
Right.
she asked that
Jeez.
creepy AI
Oh.
that's been talking a lot in the last couple of weeks.
Oh, I don't
Google
know
it.
that.
And
It's just been talking?
like you talk at it and then it talks back at you.
Oh, okay. I don't want to do that.
All right.
Who knows who's second? I think it's Beth.
It's me.
We all know.
Yeah, we all know I go second. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be a good movie in any way, but I do think it's going to be fun. So for the movie, 2, but for fun, 100.
Wow.
Oh.
I know.
101 to 10 liners?
Yeah, 101 to 10
Wow,
liners.
you got some work to do.
It's an all-nighter one-liner. 10. What?
Yeah, no, I think you got there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Crispin Glover's
One-liner,
Lover.
all-nighter.
One-liner all night.
There it is.
All-nighter. I am third and last, but not least,
We'll see.
as we all know. I am feeling shockingly optimistic.
Really?
From the GIFs I experienced surrounding this movie, it looks pretty bananas. And I like that. And I think people like it.
I don't know.
This got requested multiple times
Yeah,
for
but
us.
sometimes people request things out of spite.
I don't know how much people really do that. I think that's just you.
They're doing it to spite me
Wow,
specifically?
wow,
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
So I'm going to say 4.
Wow.
I'm feeling like we're going to have a rip roar and good time. Wow, I got a wow. No, it's going to be great. It's a great movie. And it's 80 minutes.
Ooh.
So, like, that is
Ooh, yeah.
really nice.
That's a perfect movie for old Dan
That's
Jaquette.
a real nice runtime.
True Totes heads know that Dan loves a tight 90 for
Yeah.
a movie.
Hi, this is Molly, the host with the worst memory, and on the day of our live record, the worst luck. I got sick that morning and wasn't able to be there, so I'm following up with some predictions. Beth has invited me to chime in with my predictions for Jingle All the Way, which is extra hilarious because not only did I have to miss the live record, but I've never seen this movie, and I only know from a couple pictures of Arnold Schwarzenegger kind of what it's about, but I'm pretty sure it takes place in the Mall of America, and yeah, I really don't know. But I have since heard that this movie is bananas, but I don't know in what way. Is it like in such a way that you just love watching it, or is it in such a way that it's going to be a really painful 80 minutes? I'm not sure, but I think I am feeling bold. I am feeling as bold as Arnold Schwarzenegger in Kindergarten Cop. Actually, I don't remember that movie very well either. Okay. All right. Scratch that. Beth, edit this to make it sound good. I understand that the rating scale is 1 to 10 liners on a scale of 1 to 5. And I am a totes profesh, so I will not even question how that makes any sense. And instead, will give this 4 1 to 10 liners. And it's an optimistic 4 based mostly on friendship and optimism. So, all right, I'm on this journey with you. Let's find out what happens. Before I go, a shout out to Nathan Youngeman, or Nathan J, for holding on to the ticket he purchased for an April 23rd, 2020 show and finally seeing it 2.5 years later. You are a true champion and a real totes head, and you are appreciated.
And with that, we are going to press pause, watch Jingle All the Way, and we will be right back. Hey everybody, this is Beth again, and I just wanted to say real quick that the live shows are made possible by our patrons. So I wanted to thank all of our patrons for contributing and making this happen. We really appreciate your support, and it was so fun to see some of you in person at the theater. So thank you, thank you, thank you. If you also want to support the creation of Totes Recall and fun events like our live shows, you can become a patron by heading to patreon.com/totesrecall. There are lots of different contribution levels where you get different rewards, including just $1 a month where you gain access to bonus content and our Discord page where we are chatting all the time about all sorts of things that we like and don't like. So join us over on Discord for just $1 a month. We really, again, appreciate you all for listening and supporting the show, and let's get back to it. And we're back. We just watched 80 minutes of the most bonkers movie I've ever seen in my entire life.
Oh, spoiler alert for the end. I loved it.
I watched the whole thing like my mouth was open the whole time. I was just like, what is happening?
It went places.
It went places. It went hard. We got in, we did the shenanigans, and then we ended right at the end. Like there was
what?
I'm just
it
saying.
did end at the end. That's one thing that I noticed.
You basically are. So what you're saying is some stuff happened and then it ended at the end.
And the end of the movie happened, and then we were done.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got it. That's how you film.
This is why he is in podcasting.
That's me. Because I had the words good.
Speaking of having the words good,
yeah.
There's a segment.
Oh, that's right.
That happens on this show.
Yeah.
It's award-winning.
If it's awards.
That's canon.
These awards, they rain down
Yes,
like
that's also
turbo men from the sky.
Yes.
We've won the award.
Oh yeah, we got the awards and the
award.
all of them.
Jingle, jingle, jingle. It's 60-second summary.
Oh, sick.
Everybody
as the kids
loves
are calling it.
Yes, the kids out in the streets, they're calling that. We thought it would be fun for one of you to wet your whistle on this segment, as they say. That's
tonight?
what the kids say. My podcast.
The kids say wet your whistle. I've not heard a
All
teen
those
say that.
people on TikTok being like, "This is the wet your whistle dance."
Yeah. So we have a mic here. If someone thinks they can come up and do a 60-second summary of this movie, we would love to have you do it.
Yes.
Yes, I see a hand. Come on down.
Yada yada yada. Legal pablum about we can put this on the podcast.
Yes.
Thank you.
And what's your name?
Hi, my name's Winona.
Hi, Winona. Nice to meet you.
Okay,
Pleasure to meet you.
Oh,
we're doing it
Oh,
now?
I didn't put the clock up.
All right.
Yeah,
did
you
the
feel
clock
like you
on your
can
wrist.
do this in 60 seconds? Summarize what happened
yeah.
in the movie? Okay,
Oh, yeah.
awesome.
I will get the timer going here.
All right.
Okay, what happened?
Oh,
A lot happened in 80 minutes.
If you need help, look to the audience
Sure.
and they'll help.
Okay, gang, ready for this?
I should say,
This is like
Molly.
Price is Right when you
I
look
don't know.
back.
I don't know. Well, Molly maybe wouldn't force a listener to do it.
No, it's okay. Unless you feel like you want
I
to
can do
challenge.
this.
Okay,
I
so
want
you
this.
need to start with
We
the
open
open
on.
on.
Are you ready?
Ready for anything?
Go.
We open on the Turbo Man show, and the Turbo Man show has a lot of watchers. And Jake Lloyd from Anakin Star Wars is watching it, and Arnold Schwarzenegger is dead, and his dad sucks, and he's a bad father, and he's always absent. Okay, and for Christmas he wants a Turbo Man doll, right? It's the show, and she's like, And so they go to the toy store, and the toy store doesn't have any. Fuck. And then
30 seconds.
Then they meet Sinbad, and Sinbad's mean, and hijinks ensues. And then they go to Mall of America, and hijinks ensues. And then what happened? They go. It's Santa! So they go to this weird thing where they have a bunch of Santas, and I don't even. Radio station, yeah, and then a bomb threat happens at a radio station.
Oh, 10 seconds,
and
sorry.
then the cops come, and then it's a parade. It's a parade, and then Turbo Man 2 works, and then Merry Christmas.
Yes! Incredible, Winona. Incredible.
Thank you, Winona.
Thank you so much.
Oh, God, so good. The awards, I can hear them now. The awards are knocking on the door.
That's right. They will.
Trying to get in. They'll find an entrance. They're coming for us.
They're coming for you.
So good. A couple things I will add. We've got Ted is there the whole time. Moving in. There a lot happened.
There's a lot.
I
It's
do
fine.
not blame you for missing details.
No.
A lot was happening. Ted's there, the horny neighbor, the whole
Ooh,
time.
boy, is he horny.
And
I didn't understand how horny he was going to be, but I was
didn't
like,
either.
I was shocked.
I literally thought it was just like, these cookies are making me
He is,
so.
you know what? He is creep supreme.
Oh, he's absolutely
He's the creep supreme.
Yeah, it's been a while.
And
since
from
we've had
what
a
we
creep
can
stream.
tell, I mean, most of the ladies in the neighborhood are into what Ted is laying down.
LL Cool T. Yeah, that's right.
Because he's fixing knobs and tightening screen doors, and he's got the proper tools. That's right.
Yeah. Oh boy.
And Phil Hartman, R.I.P. Obs.
Yeah.
But he crushes it.
He does crush.
He's
He's
so
so
good.
good.
He's great.
I just, his like voice is perfect for that character too. That just kind of like smarmy, like, I can't even remember one thing he said, but he's like, oh, cookies.
Yeah. I mean, he I know Johnny says that they got divorced, but I am convinced he murdered his wife.
Wow.
Right? Like that dude is
We don't ever see her.
well, no.
So where
And
is she?
it's Christmas. Maybe she's going to stop by. Unless maybe he's like, don't come till Christmas Day. Daddy's got to work. I'm not saying it. Ted is saying
Ted
it.
is saying this. It's not you.
This is what a fictional man is saying.
Yeah, sure. But the only one who is immune to his charms is not Mary Steenburgen or Taya Leone.
But haircut.
Close. Beth, is this the haircut you imagined?
No, I was
well.
picturing like a curled in haircut, but she definitely had a curled out haircut. So
Okay.
it's the opposite of what
So,
I guess
alright.
my bet was wrong.
100% Utah.
Yeah.
It is Rita Wilson.
Yes, beloved.
Beloved, who really brings it when
Yes.
she curses her husband's name. What's his name?
Oh yeah, Howard.
Howard?
I forgot about that.
Damn you, Howard. Like, Oscar moment.
Oh, yeah.
It ran through me. I was like, oh, wow.
I love
That's
that.
acting.
I love that every adult in this movie, except for the one that is supposedly the crazy one, talks to themselves all the time.
Yeah.
Like, Sinbad is always talking to other people, but every other character at some point just has these, like, external monologues to no one.
Yeah.
I mean, no one crushed it like Wilson, though.
Well, yeah.
Oh, my God.
There was a-
Damn you, Howard.
There was a scene where that couple is talking to each other, and Rita Wilson's like acting, and Arnold Schwarzenegger is, I don't know what he's doing, but it's not acting. He's just like,
How dare
this was the
you.
line that I remembered.
How dare you? He's a national treasure.
I mean, I know that.
Cinematic. Back me up here.
Oh, yeah. I love Arnold.
Okay, great. Yeah, it seems unfortunate that for a movie where they cast a guy with such a thick accent that they chose to name the toy Turbo Man. Because it seemed like he was always almost but not quite saying Turbo Man a few times.
Okay.
You don't agree?
No. Was he saying something else?
I don't know. I just feel like whenever he had to say a full sentence that involved Turbo Man, I feel like he was like priming himself up to say Turbo Man and sometimes like lost his way a little bit in the other words.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, we don't... Turtle Man. Yeah, we don't come to see Arnold pronounce things.
That's
pronounce
true.
things.
Pronounce
We
them,
pronounce
yeah.
them,
Yeah,
like me.
pronounce them.
No, pronounce them care actually.
Yeah, we see him come to fight a group of Santas
Oh my
in
God.
a warehouse. This broke my brain.
Yes.
I knew a bunch of Santas were coming in and one was going to be tough. And we imagined an underground fight ring in
Yes.
the mall, but I could not imagine a whole like apocalyptic Doomstown
No.
that was also running underground toy ring in like a warehouse somewhere.
And that was also such like a local references moment for me, because that's like a walking path normally.
Oh.
Like that's like the pavilion. Like my cousin got married in that pavilion.
Oh.
And I was like, it just was like such a weird, because all of a sudden it turns and it's like, just like, there's barbed wire
Yeah.
and like smoke for some reason.
Can you imagine if you had scheduled your wedding ceremony there and some super jacked Santa comes up? It's like, we're double booked. Get out.
Get out.
But
We've got-
everybody in that illegal operation is keeping it
They're on theme.
brand.
Yes, they are on
Like,
theme, which
they
I
love
appreciate
being
it.
Santa or an elf or a Mrs. Claus
Yeah.
or whatever you have you
Amazing.
in there, and like they don't stand for people talking shit about Christmas, but also they're ripping everybody off.
Like, think about how little time outsiders are in that warehouse, but they're in costume the whole time.
Are they all costume performers during the day, or
I don't
like
know.
do they
Maybe-
just dress up?
Maybe they all met and they were like, this job doesn't pay very well. And then they just were like, what if like their kids are asking for toys? We know what the kids want. It's like they're doing like market research all the time.
Yeah.
And
then
so, yeah, they know what to get. Yeah.
And then maybe that one point they got like they got into like a turf war with the mall Easter bunnies.
Sure.
And that's why they're like, listen, I found a guy, Sergey from the Ukraine. He's 7 feet tall. He's 300 pounds.
He's coming out there and he murders all the Easter bunnies.
Yes. And then
Wow.
he's like, I'm just going to stick around because I love being Santa.
Yeah,
It was-
it really destroyed me.
I know. Like,
Just like to walk in with the attack dog in reindeer.
which, like, no wonder the police raided them. Like, they're obvious about it. They're like a Batman villain.
Yeah.
Like, they've got reindeer
Yeah,
dogs.
They are. You expect some mustache twirling Santa in the
Yeah.
top.
There's
God,
like
I
the big
loved it.
enforcer, the
I loved it.
mini boss.
Yeah.
Also, the big Santa had the only actual good one line in the whole
Yeah,
movie.
I'm going to deck your halls.
Deck your halls.
Yeah. We applauded. We all applauded.
We did.
Yeah.
It was a great moment in film
Yeah,
history.
pretty disappointing on one-liners.
Yeah, like I feel like at one point Arnold like tripped Sinbad and then just said like poor baby or something.
Yeah.
Come
Oh,
on.
little baby.
Come on. This is the man who shot a missile off of a fighter jet and said, "You're fired." That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. There was a guy hanging off of that missile.
That's right. True Lies.
True Lies. Check it out.
This had a similar climax to True Lies where his child is dangling
That's true.
and he has to go save them.
A little bit of different vibe, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
It was a fever dream, right?
I'm trying to process like how it got to that point where his child was hanging from the top of a building and everyone's like, yay!
Yeah.
This movie started with just like standard Christmas fare of like good businessman, bad dad, Christmas time, children disappointed.
Yeah.
And then by the end, he is flying through the air and having like Wile E. Coyote physics on his body.
When he hits the brick wall and just sticks straight, and then there's like that sound effect when you hit one of those like door stopper things.
Or whatever.
Oh my God.
It was like a Joe Dante movie.
Yeah.
It
was
really
like Gremlins 2.
It was Gremlins 3.
Gremlins 3, Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way.
Okay, what if we had no gremlins whatsoever?
Well, we got a turbo
We
man.
got a giant Austrian man in a jetpack. He's invincible, but he's still gonna smack into shit all the time.
Yeah.
It's
Have
still
you ever seen
Christmas.
What if there's a saber-toothed tiger with a weird hunchback and he's pink?
Also,
And he's wearing underwear for some
Yeah,
reason.
he's super packed, so we gotta keep those things wrapped up tight. Because it's a kids' movie.
Yeah.
Joe, why don't we just not give genitals to the saber? How dare you? I'm Joe Dante.
Eyes better move in a real creepy
God.
way. Yeah, it's
Just
upsetting.
take 2 of the gremlin eyes and shove them into this terrifying saber-toothed man.
You had real problems with Booster, Dan.
I don't know what it was. Booster was just nightmare fuel for me. It was like he was triangle shit. He looked like Crash Bandicoot, except like he had like long pink Muppet fur and just these like massive dead eyes. And then honestly, I think it was the underwear that like threw me off because it's like
It's like gold underwear.
like he's dressed
He
like
wants
a
you to look.
Chippendale. Just don't give him underwear.
Yeah.
Right? Like Muppets go pantsless all the time. It's fine. You just accept that they don't have genitals.
Yeah.
Or if they do, it's like, up there. Right?
Yeah, I guess.
Right?
I mean, sure.
Because, this is what I'm saying. Like, if they just didn't put him in underwear, you wouldn't even think about it. But because he has underwear, like, that thing's got genitalia just dangling.
Well, not dangling because it's, they got to contain.
Sure. But I'm saying, like, just the natural form of whatever the hell Booster is. A space saber or whatever.
Yeah,
Space saber.
that show's got real Power Rangers
Oh,
vibes.
Oh yeah. Especially except for like it was like the minions or whatever were like the Power Rangers, right? Because they were all like the green.
Oh,
minion.
multicolored?
Yeah.
What if there's like an entire half of that show that just follows those like 6 people around, and then it's like the Dementor guy is like what is his name? Demento. Thank you. Dementor. It's like, all right, we got to clock in. They have like this completely separate show where they're just like having their family problems.
Just them like hanging out.
Yeah, it's like Roseanne.
Yeah.
And
I'd watch that.
Yeah, and then like they have to clock in and put on their insane little, I was going to say Daft Punk, then I realized I'm thinking of the IBM processor commercial from the 90s.
Wow.
Referencing Daft Punk.
Okay.
Hello, I am almost 40 years old.
Wow. Wow. I want to talk about the mob mentality in this movie, especially the Mob of America. Is that something?
No.
What?
Mall of America.
Oh, okay.
It's not something.
I got there. I'm sorry it took me so much
But
longer
they
than
go
the
to
rest
that
of you.
toy store where that's got a shipment of Turbo Men.
Yeah.
And they got to get the balls.
Yeah.
But just like how quickly everybody is turning on each other. Like Schwarzenegger gets everybody to attack Sinbad, and then Sinbad gets everybody to attack Schwarzenegger, right? And it's just like how quickly it turns to chaos, which I guess is kind of the theme of the movie. But before we're fully wackadoo, like I am concerned about how quickly just people will turn to violence.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
And I was sad for, I guess, Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Local reference.
There were a lot of, like, we were wondering if it was going to actually be placed in Minnesota, and it very much was, like, more than was necessary.
Yeah.
There were a lot of references to just spots.
But there are
in
also
town.
like many moments where I was like, that's not that close to that, or like,
Yeah.
or like, why do they keep running into each other? Like they're like in Linden Hills,
Right.
and then they're at the Mall of America, and then they're like at Mickey's Diner.
Yeah, how big is Sinbad's route? Right? Like,
He had so much mail.
yeah. I don't know. Oh yeah, well,
I guess we should talk about Sinbad a little bit more.
Myron,
I believe. Yeah. The whole movie, I was thinking about how like who is worse in this movie, and like by the end, I don't
Booster.
know. I don't
The answer
know
is
where
Booster. Yeah.
where we get, but like they're both maniacs.
Yeah.
Like causing real mayhem
Yes.
and like hurting people to try and get a Turbo Man to not disappoint their child. Oh, wait. No. We have to talk about the diner scene where Sinbad turns into Jake Lloyd just drinking alcohol. So Schwarzenegger imagines like, oh my God, if I don't get my child a toy, he's
Yes.
going to turn into a drunk letter carrier.
yeah.
What is the movie telling me?
It
was amazing.
I don't know.
They paid a child to do that.
Yeah.
Like, think about that. That was a day of work for Jake Lloyd.
Yeah. Also, I know it's like it's tired to dunk on Jake Lloyd for not being good at acting, but like people saw this movie and then was like, yes, let's put him in a giant Star Wars franchise.
Well,
like he's
to be
not
fair, though,
good.
but to be fair, a lot of his lines in this movie were also unnecessary exposition. So, like, they were like, "That's what we need. We need the guy who can be like, I was wondering, what are those midichlorians you were talking about earlier?" They knew he could nail it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
was fine. I mean, they're kids, whatever,
Sure.
right?
Sure.
Do we want to go over what our bets were in the first
sure.
half?
Yeah, that's the promise of the show.
I did look up the year that the movie came out.
Great.
It came out in 1996.
Oh,
What did I say?
Beth nailed it.
Yeah.
Good job.
Good job, Beth.
Math based
What?
on. I did math based on
on
when my
brother.
brother was born.
Oh, I tried to do that, but clearly failed.
Well, can't all be winners.
We can't all be part of your family.
I bet Arnold would get kicked in the groin, and I would laugh hard.
I mean,
That
partial
didn't
credit.
happen, but Sinbad did.
And
Yeah.
you laughed
And it
hard.
was
Yeah, you
great.
did.
I did also laugh when Arnold banged his head on playground equipment and fell down.
He's
great. He's a good physical comedian.
He could have just gone around. Like, just wait for the kid to pick a spot.
He's got to assault that child in the ball pit and then get
start at the ball pit.
destroyed by moms with bags.
Yeah.
Again,
Oh, yeah.
like the mob is doing the justice that they're going to do.
But also, like, quick note on that. Every time someone has a reaction to Arnold Schwarzenegger in this movie, it is the correct reaction. Like, the moms are like, get away from my child, pervert. When he's chasing after that woman that bought the last Turbo Man, she freaks out and speeds away.
Yeah.
Like, all of these are the correct responses to a giant Austrian man just coming for you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. There are so many extras in this movie. I could not, like, I feel like there's so many people who, like, when you live in Minnesota, are like, I was in that, or like, you can see me in this scene. And it's because everyone in Minnesota was in that movie.
Apparently. Was anyone here in the movie Jingle All the Way?
Oh,
that
no.
would've been really
my
cool.
math is off.
Well, no, weird. This is the exception. These people here are the
These are the
only
only
people
people.
who
Wow.
weren't in Jingle All the Way.
Okay, that makes sense.
Including me.
Yep, me
And
neither.
you.
Yep.
Right? But your
Yep.
brother, maybe.
No, he's definitely not in it. He just saw it being filmed.
He didn't, like, sidle his way in there like, oh, I'm a kid, too. Like, look at
No.
me. Look.
But we do have a videotape of like the day after that happened, and my dad's like, "Who did you see at the mall the other day?" And he's like, you know, he's like a little kid, so he's like, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like, he can't really say it. And I walk in front of the camera and go, he means Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Sports?
Yes.
Oh,
Because
that's
I thought that was
amazing.
his name. And it is like just so snotty.
That is like such perfect big sister energy, though.
Schwarzenegger.
Like being so confident in yourself
Yeah.
and using that confidence to dunk on your little brother.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Molly bet that
Oh, right.
Arnold would drop through a glass ceiling
Yep.
and deliver a one-liner.
Yes. Which one-liner? Who's to say? She
Who's
gave us
to
like
say?
5.
She gave us a
Yeah.
bunch. No, he breaks some
He
windows.
busts through some glass.
Oh my gosh, when he breaks into the radio station,
man.
that I like gasped.
Again, proper reaction. He immediately calls 911.
Yeah,
Yes.
to get the Twin Cities police out
Right.
there.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I mean, kind of like what Beth was talking about earlier. Like, it felt like it was like they were like trying to rebuild Minneapolis and St. Paul in like Sim City or Minecraft or something. And they just kind of like all the stuff they remembered, and then just it was one city.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were still. I mean, that's just even that is madness. Like, oh, it's 2 cities, but we've got 1 police force. We're not going to name the cities we're just going to call the Twin Cities. People figure it out.
Yeah.
But then think about it. You have that uniform. You go any part of the country where 2 cities are super close together.
Wow.
Boom.
You got a job.
Boom.
Instant. It's just like when Arnold pulls out the fake badge. You can just immediately
Free pass.
Dangerous.
Everything about that movie is crazy. I forgot about that. That's how
Me
crazy
too.
the movie is. He impersonates a cop, and I forgot about it.
And gets away with it.
Yes.
And like
He's like pretty flippant about it. Like the
Yes.
first time he's cool about it. He's like, I got this fake badge. I'll show it quick and be done. And then he starts showing it to everybody
a
as he's
little
leaving the
cocky.
door.
Yeah, he
It's
gets a
like,
little cocky,
just
for sure.
get out of there, buddy.
yeah, like you take the win. Like you're just at some point someone is going to be like, I swear I would know if a giant Austrian man were on the force, right?
Had been undercover for 3
Like
years.
someone would have talked about it around the coffee pot or something. Like, oh, did you see that huge guy? God damn.
Yeah, he's going undercover to try and find the Santa ring.
Why would the giant guy need to be in the Santa ring? Well, it turns out there's a giant Santa. He's
Yeah.
in there. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm still processing.
Processing.
Can we
That-
also talk about that reindeer?
Wow.
Oh, Ted.
Okay, it shows up out of nowhere, just like running straight for the camera.
Where is Phil Hartman getting this reindeer?
I don't know.
He's going to return. He's returning it to
Right.
Lake Minnetonka. Not returning. He's going to release it into
you
the
think
wild.
he,
To a family of deer.
Do you think he like seduced some reindeer wrangler?
Oh my God.
Right?
Like
Well-
a zookeeper?
Yeah, I don't
They
know.
got reindeer at
He
the
probably-
Minnesota Zoo.
There you go. He went to the Minnesota Zoo. It was just like, perhaps you could take me to Apple Valley. Anyway, local reference. I don't know. It was wild. And
And
that
then he
reindeer.
gets drunk.
Oh, yeah. I mean, again, proper reaction. The reindeer snapped at Arnold Schwarzenegger. He doesn't know Arnold. You don't just approach a wild animal like that.
And it doesn't know why it's there.
No, clearly not.
It was going to be a present?
I think it was just going to be like, look, it's Christmas time.
I got a reindeer.
Like a petting zoo kind of deal.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
Chris Columbus, hard turn. Chris
wow.
Columbus produced this movie?
Yeah.
Yes.
I have questions about that.
Yeah.
So his holiday movies are This Insanity
Yep.
and Home Alone, which is like the most violent Christmas movie I've ever seen. So what is his perception of Christmas?
You're saying this is him like processing his trauma or something?
I don't know what it is. It's like some sort of like fever dream where he like eats like cookies like and then like drinks a bunch of I don't know, and then he just like I'm gonna write a movie.
Yeah.
That's
So you think
what I
every
imagine.
Christmas, you're saying every Christmas, Chris Columbus gets like
Yeah.
super just messed up.
Yeah, his kids leave out like cookies for Santa and milk, and then he like drinks an entire bottle of like absinthe or something. And then he eats the cookies and he writes a movie.
Okay.
That's what I'm picturing. And
love
then
it.
meanwhile, he's like, Arnold, I just need some help with these one-liners.
Right.
And so he's at home with his donkey trying to write one-liners. It's
Yeah.
a whole thing.
We did bet that he met the donkey in this movie, but it turns out I think what happened is he had a bad experience with a reindeer.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, I'm going to get a donkey instead.
Yeah. They're more chill.
Donkeys are the reindeer of the South. I don't know. The burro. Come on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got it.
Thank you.
Great.
Did I bet something? I just bet that Phil Hartman was horny,
You
right?
bet that Phil Hartman
All
was
right.
horny.
Yeah, and
We've
you
nailed
crushed
it. We've very much covered
Ooh,
that.
baby.
We don't need to continue talking about Phil Hartman. So before we get to our final reviews of the movie we just watched, Jingle All the Way, we like to turn to our fans and engage with them.
Oh, fan engagement.
Yeah.
Okay, heard of
Q's
it.
and
Yeah.
C's. And now we have a bunch of fans looking at us right now out there. There they are. Does anybody have any questions or comments, things you would like us to cover? I see a big hand back there. Do you just
Yeah.
want
Do you want to come up to the microphone? Hello.
Hi. So I think you all missed the after credit sequence.
I
We did.
I
We did.
really
We
had
heard
to
about
pee.
it, but
That's fair.
Please tell us more.
Please.
Okay,
Also, what
so-
is your name?
Emma.
Hi, Emma.
Hi, Emma.
So in the after credit sequence, Rita Wilson, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Jake Lloyd are sitting there in the tree. They're putting the star on. And Rita Wilson's like, oh my gosh, like you went through all this trouble to get your son a Christmas gift. I can't wait to see what you got me. So my question for you is, what did Arnold Schwarzenegger get Rita Wilson?
I mean, I think the real answer is nothing. He forgot because he's an awful husband.
Does he still have the suit?
Ooh.
I
mean, we saw him do that sexy dance on the float with his turbo.
He was feeling himself, and she was also feeling.
Oh, she was definitely
himself.
Yeah,
I think she was. Yeah, I agree with all that. And yet, if I was Rita Wilson, I would be so mad at him.
Right?
Like the amount of danger you put our child in right now.
Yeah.
She's like, he got a doll at the end, and it's like he almost died. He was dangling from the top of a building.
Yeah.
Oh, insane.
So what I think Arnold gave Rita Wilson is a sense of anxiety and terror for the rest of the child's raising years.
Yeah, he needs to step it up, as many dads do, especially how this movie thinks about dads. I was so mad to watch these two dads say we get one chance a year to not disappoint our child. Like, what are you doing 364 days of the year? Just selling mattresses?
I guess.
Step it up.
Like, what about his birthday? The kids have birthdays.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Maybe.
That's true. Maybe
Could be a cyborg.
What?
You never know.
He could have a cyborg child. That's why he likes Turbo Man so much.
Because he sees himself in Turbo Man?
Yes.
Huh.
That's the answer to your question.
Yeah, I think we nailed that one,
Thanks,
right?
Emma.
We got another one back there.
Hello.
Hey, guys.
Hi.
What's your name?
My name is Nate.
Hi, Nate.
So, dear sweet Molly is not here right now.
Yeah.
So, I accessed a website called Wikipedia.
It's time to listen to Wikipedia questions. Here we go. Here are the questions that we're gonna get from Wikipedia.
It's not Molly, but it's close enough for live show.
We're gonna do it. Here we go.
Wikipedia.
That's
Thank
really
you
why I want.
to our audio engineer for playing that pre-recorded song for
Very
us.
good.
All right. Here's the top 3 fun facts
Please.
from Jingle All the
I'm
Way.
ready.
Number 1, Chris Columbus rewrote the script after trying to get his son a Buzz Lightyear action figure in 1995.
Oh my gosh.
Probably
This is what he wanted to do.
He tried to get the Buzz Lightyear, failed, and then got drunk off absinthe. Makes sense. It all checks out.
Fact number 2, the budget of this movie was $75 million.
That's got to be like 90% parade money, right?
For
all those extras they paid them.
Yeah.
just a little perspective there, 3 years before Jurassic Park, the movie that invented dinosaurs, cost $63 million.
Wow.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
They didn't have a flying Turbo Man.
Wow.
Exactly.
That is a fun fact.
And finally, final fun fact. Sinbad was not Chris Columbus's first choice for Myron. His first choice was Joe Pesci.
Wow.
That would have been a very
That's
different movie.
very different.
Yeah, but it makes sense because maybe he has something. Maybe he hates Joe Pesci and he just wants to see him get hurt on Christmas.
Yeah.
Maybe Joe Pesci got the last Buzz Lightyear doll.
This is all making sense now.
This explains
All
a
right,
lot.
so that's Nate's Wikipedia corner.
Thank you, Nate.
All right, I think maybe one more.
Yeah.
Oh, let's do 2 more. 1, 2, and then we'll be done.
Hi, what's your name?
I'm also Nate.
Nate,
Officially, now you are also Nate.
Yeah.
Dan and also Dan. Nate and also
Love
Nate.
it.
That's why I said it. It's a reference.
Love it.
we get it. Comedy.
Nailed it.
This movie left a lot of story strings dangling.
Agreed.
And I'm curious. I thought of at least 5. And of these 5 or more, I'd like to know which one would you like to see continued as like the limited series?
Oh, sure.
Okay,
Sure.
spin-off.
Like
I
HBO
love
What
Max.
did happen to Sinbad?
Yeah.
What happened to that reindeer? What happened to Phil Hartman? Was he exposed by Liz? What happened to all the people who didn't get their mail? And what happened to Booster?
Oh,
Booster.
poor
That's
Booster
right. I
got
forgot
beat
the
up
guy
at
in
the
the
end.
booster got attacked by children at the end. That's the
Yeah.
last time we saw him.
I would like to see the people who didn't get their mail. Like we
Yeah,
cut,
that sounds
we keep
really
cutting
good.
back and forth to like a mail falling out of his mail bag and zoom in on the name and then come out to this person's life and
Oh,
we just
yeah.
get like 15 minutes
Yeah,
of
yeah,
like
yeah.
I thought I sent that
Like an
birthday
anthology,
card and
yeah.
like
And it's
what
like a bunch of
falls out.
like short stories, but at the end they like all intertwine in some
Oh,
way.
yes. They're connected. They all meet at the post office to ask about their mail.
Oh my! I
Yeah.
love this.
Hollywood trademark
Trademark.
We're sending ourselves a letter and it's going to be delivered.
Yeah.
No.
No, how dare you?
No. This will be good.
I want to see, I want to see, like, I don't know, I want to see Phil Hartman, like, get exposed, and then it's like a courtroom drama where, like, a bunch of women come forward, and it's just, like, it's empowering, right?
Sure.
It's empowering.
We take down this powerful neighbor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm on
Yeah.
board.
And the reindeer can make a cameo. I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that poor drunk reindeer.
Yeah.
All right, we had one more question.
Last
you want to come
one,
down? Hello.
Hi, what's your name?
Hello, my name is Kay. It's very weird to hear myself.
Hello, Kay.
Yeah, just on the bananasness of this movie, I wanted to shout out two of my personal favorite characters, which was Somersault Cop, which we all were very happy with.
Yes.
And then the elves in the display
Oh, my
by
God.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
They were so creepy. They're like these robotic elves in one scene, just like that was the Linden Hills scene, I think. Yeah. So don't go to Linden Hills.
Yeah, that's what we've all learned.
Yeah.
We got creepy dolls and meats.
What? Oh, and meats.
Yeah.
Where do you think the meat comes from?
Whoa.
The dolls are killing people?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's correct.
We got there.
Terrifying.
Well, take it. Oh,
Does anyone have any MVPs while we're talking about MVPs besides
gosh,
Trampoline
so
Cup and
many.
the creepy elves?
there was like a nunchuck Santa
Oh yeah.
who
So good.
I liked until I didn't. He like came out and then got a little racist.
Oh sure.
Yeah.
There was a point where two of the toy store employees were laughing at Arnold Schwarzenegger for wanting Turbo Man. And this old man just walked behind Arnold and just also started laughing.
Yeah.
And it looked like it was just like an extra whose job was just like cross the frame, but like it's just like, oh yeah, what are we laughing about? What's going on, guys? It's infectious.
Yeah. I think my favorite was just everybody in that final scene that they're like surrounding them, and clearly they told the extras to just smile. So like they're like just like nobody's talking and they're just smiling and watching like this father and son like reunite.
Right.
And one of them is a cop who's like smiling and like holding back the crowd. It was upsetting,
That's
but
amazing.
I loved it.
That's a professional actor right there.
Yeah, it was great.
Incredible.
I loved Box.
Oh, poor Box.
Oh, Box.
Get out of my way, Box. Actually, really made me laugh.
That was a good line.
Just
That was a
tackle Box.
solid, maybe the best one-liner of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Oh, poor Box.
Poor Box, though.
I watched that spin-off too.
Sure, Box.
Takes the box off.
It's like,
oh,
did
honey,
the mail come today? I was just hoping to rent check. You know.
Oh no! I finally made enough bean of box money to pay off the bills.
My costume got ruined and the deposit on it. Oh, poor Box.
Wow, poor Box.
Okay, great. Well, let's get to our final reviews of the movie we just watched, Jingle All the Way. Nailed it. As everybody remembers, our scale is 1 to 10 liners, and we gave it 1 through 5 of those. And 1 to 10 liners are, of course, the one-liners that Arnold writes down in his little journal with his donkeys at home.
Yes,
And-
while keeping the donkey away from it because the donkey's trying to eat it.
Yep.
Because donkeys love paper.
And then he shows up at whatever movies he's out, and he
Yeah.
tries to present the best one-liners to the writer-director team.
And we are deciding how many of those one-liners are even worth consideration. Is that
Yes.
that's my understanding?
Yeah, that sounds like what we talked about.
Okay, great.
Dan, you
me.
gave it 2. You thought it would be a big turd.
Yeah.
But maybe fun in this context.
It was definitely fun in this context. There were some like genuinely funny moments that made me, I don't know, stay afloat during this movie. But it was also like, I don't know. It's not a turd. It's like a, what's like not good, but not a turd.
What's not good?
You know, on the
but
spectrum
not-
of turd to good.
I'm trying to get from okay to turd.
Like a piece of gum?
Sure. It's a chewed up piece of gum on the ground, but like you don't step on it. You just see it and you're just like, ugh. So I guess that's 3?
And you're mad at people?
Yeah, like it's a social contract.
But
Come
it's
on.
not like it's a turd on the ground.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Beth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Beth.
You're welcome.
Those 3 one-liners are.
That's
right. It's made to order, and you're over easy. I guess it's a breakfast movie.
This is in the cafe or the diner.
And the last one is stop waffling. Oh, I'm sorry.
Great. No,
I hate myself.
I love those. Beth, you gave it to, you thought it'd be fun but bad.
Yeah, I think that was right. I think that's a good. I don't know. I feel like I had a lot of fun watching it, but also I was like just stressed out the whole time. Yeah. Like it was a very stressful movie to watch for me. So I think I am going to stick with 2.
Okay.
So are we still in the diner?
I think it can be.
No, it's whatever movie you want it to be.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm an improviser, so I should be good at this, but I can't think. Give me a suggestion of like a location.
Oh, wow.
God damn it.
Oh, the post office.
Okay, so here's a stamp for that. Stamp. And then there's a stamp, like a foot stamp.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, no.
And you need a return address.
You need a return address.
He's just employed there.
So, yeah, this isn't even like an action scene, right? He's just working on the counter.
It's like a slow
He's like,
drama.
it'll be $1.15.
Yeah. Do you need
So
any
this is
books?
just like a mundane film of
slice
Arnold
of life.
Schwarzenegger working at the post office.
Yeah, it's
You've
kind of
got
like a
to fill
slow.
out custom form international.
You have to weigh it
Why am
if
I
it's.
dragged
I don't know.
The line
It's
starts
me,
over
Arnold
there.
It's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Your fame is
I'm
Bechdel.
this Schwarzenegger Castle.
Great. I gave it 4, feeling optimistic, and I'm sticking with 4.
Wow.
I kind of loved this movie. It was such a mess,
Yes.
and I kept being surprised.
Sure.
I didn't think it could get any wilder, and then it did get wilder.
Yeah.
And then it ended at 80 minutes.
Oh, that was at least one for you, right? The
Yeah.
fact that it was only 8 minutes long.
Like 90 is gold star, but like when you can go under. I watched a 78-minute movie with my kid the other week.
Yeah.
Great.
Sure.
Wow.
The Secret of Kells.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Check it out if you got 78 minutes to
78
spare.
minutes to kill. Pretty good.
So
all
4.
right. 4, yeah.
All right.
I know what I just did to myself, but I got to be true to my heart. Schwarzenegger is in, I guess, give me a location if that's the game we're playing. Well, they're making the Santas in the factory?
Yeah, that's a factory where they make Santas.
But it's also
Illegally.
underground, so you can use
Santas.
that as well.
Yeah, it's underground.
Oh, hold on. It's me. Get to the chopper. Oh, put a hat on that.
That's 1.
Yeah, he's put the hat on the Santa. Oh, yeah. Jingle, baby.
Oh, yeah, Jingle Baby.
Yeah.
Okay, classic Arnold line.
Classic
Yep.
Arnold. 3, he's, is someone's coming in trying to steal the Santas.
Of course.
Oh, let me elf you a question.
Oh, my God.
And he punches him.
Okay,
And
sure, of course.
That's really good. And for the 4th, really good one, of course, it's wreath time. Yow!
Yow! So good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow, a completely natural slow clap from the audience for that, Dan.
They're standing up.
Unprompted.
They're standing up. Here they come. Wow,
they're
I'm getting high fives.
No,
Throwing
it's not
awards
happening.
at you.
There are no
We're
high
getting
fives
it. We're
They're
happening.
throwing a what?
Someone's pointing
Someone's
at their
pointing at
program.
their program.
Oh,
wow.
Thank you. Yes.
No, it did not pass.
No. Wait, hold on. What's your name?
Hi, Jen. Nice to meet you.
We did it!
Yay!
That's enough. No more talking. Beth, shut up.
Yeah, no.
No,
What?
I don't think so.
All
Do we
the other
have-
women just talked to Phil Hartman.
I thought there was going to be a moment where, like, that woman at the Christmas karate
Yeah.
adventure
That's right.
offered, she was named too, but she didn't offer cookies to other named woman. What was her name?
Rita Wilson.
Yeah, Rita Wilson.
Who was named?
Liz. Thank you,
Liz.
Lizzie.
Lizzie.
Was that the creepiest part when he said Lizzie, right?
Yeah. Ugh, creepy.
Ugh. Yeah.
No
Moms didn't talk.
Well, no one's surprised except these two guys. I appreciate your hope.
Confidence and hope. Yeah.
Confidence and hope.
That's what we need in these times of Christmas cheer.
Yeah, we just need men with a lot of hope and confidence.
All right. I take that back.
All right. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the show.
That's the show.
We did it.
Yay!
Thank you so much.
Thanks, everybody.
And I'm back. I just watched 1 hour and 20 minutes of a lot of local references, and I honestly would need like another 80 minutes to process everything that I've seen and heard. I mean, okay. All right. In some ways, this movie was made for me. There's even an Atlanta Olympics t-shirt that makes an appearance for no reason. There are references to things like leaving a reindeer at Lake Minnetonka, which for Georgia listeners would be like leaving it at like Lake Lanier or something. It's just very odd. And there are many local references, which are very cool, but they sort of treat Minneapolis and St. Paul as one thing and they mush it together. The booster jokes of the sidekick booster to Turbo Man honestly landed with me pretty hard. Like, I really enjoyed how much everybody hated Booster, though I didn't enjoy kids kicking him when he was down, literally, because of course that's like some pretty real animal danger. And I think there might have been animal danger with the reindeer, but I looked down for a minute, and when I looked up, I don't know, was Arnold Schwarzenegger giving him a beer? Y'all, I don't know. And so I, of course, opened up Wikipedia, and it turned out that Sinbad's character was originally written to be played by Joe Pesci. But then they changed it, and that Sinbad did a lot of improvisation, which is, I'm hoping, what accounts for the Rodney King line. I like the whole thing, like in terms of like the physical action and physical comedy, just sort of starts at an 11, and it just never reduces from there. I don't know. Okay, well, I'm going to try to focus up and just tell you what my favorite parts were. Rita Wilson, wow. I mean, she did not have a lot, and she really did everything she could with every line. A+, 5 stars, Rita Wilson. My MVP was during the parade, which was filmed in Los Angeles, by the way. It took 1,500 extras to get that made. But among the extras was a gift box that gets a direct hit from Sinbad's character. But my MVPs were the little ornaments that were also in the parade that like stop and look in a concerned way at the box that's flat on its back. I don't know, man. It is a really beautiful moment, and I really felt for them. Yeah, I guess I could go on, but let me just get to my rating. I originally rated it 4, 1 out of 10, 1 out of 5s. I'm not sure, but anyway, it was 4 total. I'm inclined, I don't know, I want to give this somewhere between like a 4 and a 0. It deserves both of those ratings for different reasons, but I guess I'm feeling really generous and optimistic. So I'm going to go with 3.5, which I think means that Arnold Schwarzenegger proposed 4 lines that made it into the movie, but only like half of one of them. They did a pretty massive rewrite. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm sticking to it. 3.5, 1 to 10 liners rated on a scale of 1 to 5. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to chime in with my rating and my observations. And thank you all for coming to the live show if you're able to, or listening to this recording. That is so great. And I hope you are having an incredible holiday season. That's it from Molly's basement. Talk to you later. Bye.
Totes Recall is hosted by Molly Chase, Beth Gibbs, Dan Jaquette, and Dan Linden. Produced by Beth Gibbs. New episodes of Totes Recall drop on the 15th of every month. For more information and bonus content, visit us at totesrecall.com. Thank you so much for listening.